What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Cam back here with another video, man. Today we're gonna be speaking on preview of the Lakers and OKC, man. From game from yesterday. A little post game thoughts on the game yesterday, and pretty much breaking down the game yesterday. So we all know Lakers won against OKC yesterday in the marquee matchup, anticipated matchup. OKC being best team, number one team in the West, and the Lakers, the top three team in the West right now. They've been winning games. They've been battle tested a little bit. And yeah, man, it was pretty much from the, I want to say this, second quarter to the from on there, the Lakers pretty much dominated the game. Came with the right game plan. Lakers was dissecting the Oklahoma City defense. Get to the paint. Dominating the paint, get to the rim with ease, man. Just, pretty much how lightweight exposing the OKC defense. Luka Doncic started it off, got out to a hot start. Him and Austin Reeves was knocking down big shots. Also, the Lakers was hitting a bunch of threes as well. They was knocking down their threes. I think in the first half they hit like 15 threes in the first half. Like they just had it cooking against the OKC, man. But that was that. I do want to say this about the OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder, even though they have been dominating the regular season for the most part, they do have a couple weaknesses that you can exploit, that the Lakers exploit yesterday. The Lakers, and I'm talking about from, them from an offensive standpoint. What the Lakers was doing defensively to the, neutralize those guys on that team. And the Lakers was pretty much highway, I want to say pretty much it was Lance do his thing, even though they were kind of like sending low doubles at him a little bit, but they was kind of like, it's kind of like how Boston did KD in that series when KD was on the Nets, and KD was on the Nets, and they was playing against Boston. The Celtics was pretty much, every time KD try to make a move or try to slash or get to the paint, they was sending another guy. They're not necessarily double team like all the way, but it was showing like a hedge. It was showing, and Lakers was doing that, and they were taking away the 3-point line. I always say this, bro. There's a lot of teams, if you take away their main offense, a threat, their main threat on the offensive end, which is 3-point line. There's a lot of these teams you can do that too, to take away, their main, their go-to. And OKC is one of those teams where you can take the 3-point line away, man. They're pretty much an average team. You guard the 3-point line. The Lakers did a very good job of guarding the 3-point line. And yeah, the Lakers. What I saw from the Lakers yesterday, they could very well be one of the teams that can get OKC, because OKC ain't world beaters, but right away, OKC ain't did nothing to be unbeatable. So why everybody keep on talking about this or that? Yeah, they're the best team in the West this year, at least for the regular season this year. But bro, they're beatable. I already told these dudes, how my Mavs beat them yesterday, but last year, but they seem to not forget that they lost last year in the playoffs, bro. We had pretty much the same defensive scheme that the Lakers had, other than, it's a different personnel, different players, but the Lakers, how the Lakers was guarding them yesterday, it's how you guard them. It's how every team should guard them. Guard the 3-point line. Make everybody else put the ball on the floor, because SGA and Jalen Williams are the only two guys who can really get a bucket on their own on their team. Chet, he kind of can, but kind of could put the ball on the floor, but he don't have he have good enough ball handling skills for his size, but he's also small. He's not in his. He don't have the strength to just get to the basket at will. He can't get to the basket at will, so that limits him. And if you can really just force him, even though he can shoot, you force him to a tough contested shot, because most likely the guy that's guarding him, like LeBron James was guarding him some yesterday. LeBron James did a great job at neutralizing Chet, with his strength, because Chet he got moves, he got a little bag on him, but he ain't doing nothing that's, the out of this world. And I don't feel like Chet. I don't feel like he reached his ceiling offensively, and that's a problem too with OKC. That's gonna potentially hunt them in the playoffs. You got J-Dub and Shea, who could get a bucket with ease, who can get to the rim, who can get to the free throw line, but you're also going to need that third guy in the playoffs. And I know they got different variation of guys who can do that, but I don't think they're consistent enough. They don't have a consistent third guy like that. Like Chet is that, but at the same time, you could take Chet out of a series. You could take Chet out of the game in the playoffs. And that's why I say OKC really. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if OKC next year, because they're gonna lose if they don't get to the conference finals, or even if they lose in the conference finals, because their ceiling should be get to the finals. Honestly, with that team, it should be get to the finals. But with the way people are talking about them, but even if they don't do that, I think they might try to go pull the trigger on and get another star, or try to go get KD, maybe. Now, if I'm them, I wouldn't trade. They got enough assets where they don't really have to give up any player, honestly, to get KD. They could just really give up a couple of them first round picks that they keep hanging on to. Now, they were a team that do actually have access, and they would, have a couple pieces that'll be tradable for a KD, and that they won't have to really gut their whole team for. But I wouldn't be surprised if they be gunning for KD if they lose, early, which I think they are. And I don't think they're going to get to the finals. I just don't. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I don't see it in this team. Maybe SGA would have to be on some Kawhi Leonard 2019 or MJ LeBron 2018 ish to get this team to the finals, bro. But other than that, bro, I think this team, when you attention to detail, when you really lock in on this team in a 7-game series, which I think, even though the Lakers can beat them in a 7-game series. I can see the Lakers beating them in a 7-game series, honestly. Even though I don't think the Lakers are that good either. But they can beat Oklahoma City in a 7-game series, bro. And you have to look at it in all facets. They match up well with them. Luka and Shea are pretty much going to cancel each other out. But then again, you have LeBron and J-Dub, who's better out of LeBron and J-Dub. At this time, most people will probably take LeBron over J-Dub, which is no question. And you just look at the 2 best players. Then you look at the 3rd best player. You got Chet. You got Chet. You got Austin Reeves, right? They canceled each other out, like, and then with the way Austin Reeves been playing, like, right now he's a better player than Chet. Even though Chet, it might be better defensively, but just based off impact on the team lately, Austin Reeves been. Then you look at the role players. All of the role players, and the Lakers role players pretty much cancel each other out. OKC might have a slightly deeper bench, but it's not like something crazy. And so, what the Lakers was able to do, and then the Lakers, like I said, like the Lakers are knocking down shots like that, and OKC pretty much have no chance, bro. Like, honestly, like they're like. And then here's the thing about, the defense that I feel like is kind of overrated, in a sense. They are a great team. They are a good team, a deep defensive team as a whole. And they have good individual defenders. But they do a lot of hacking. They do a lot of reaching. And I always say this, OKC, they are an interesting team because they are. If you have somebody like LeBron who can get to the rim at will against anybody, if you have somebody like Luka who can get to the will pretty much on anybody, and you can maybe add Austin Reeves to that mix because Austin Reeves can get to the cup too at a high level and draw fouls. We have somebody that physical that can get to the rim, and OKC the physical defense that they like to play, which they are a physical team, but it's like they're still little, like they still like their guards are just, compared to the Lakers, are small. If you really look at it, if you really look at it, like they're really small compared to the Lakers, guard play wise, and you can attack them. Like I always say this, bro, against OKC, you gotta attack them, attack, because they don't really have no elite rim protection. Even though they might be the #1 defense. See, all that numbers and shit, that should be played out, man. That'd be like advanced analytics. You gotta watch the game, bro. You get to the cup. You have a team that got guys who can get to the cup on OKC, bro. They're out a lot. Like I said, bro, I watched my Mavs beat them in the six games last year. I already know how they play. You get them the 3-point line, they're going to knock down shots. They have guys who are capable of getting hot and knocking down shots. You cannot give them the 3-point line. You cannot even. You have to guard them. You have to guard the 3-point line like crazy against them, and just force Shea to play ISO the whole game. If you do that, you're gonna win. I promise you. And that's what the Lakers did. And Shea was Vanderbilt, and all those guys was doing a good job on Shake and defending him at a high level yesterday. But yeah, man, it's not to be hate on OKC or nothing. They are a great regular season team. They are a great team. The coach is, I don't know about that coach, man. I mean, he's a good coach. He ain't no bad coach, but when we talking about elite level coaches in the league, I don't think he's nothing special, in my opinion. And yeah, man, that's how I feel about the OKC Thunder. Beatable team. Just got have the right person. And the Lakers don't really. It's crazy because you would think the Lakers just have really much IQ that can pretty much beat them in the series for sure. Like LeBron IQ, JJ Redick to a certain extent, and Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves IQ. They can beat them based off IQ, and because OKC is still a young team. So when you have that standpoint, and then, you know, OKC, they got to guard the Lakers. They got to guard too. So you factor that in. Everybody say the Lakers got to guard. Well, OKC, they got to guard. They got to worry about more than just. See, the reason they were able to kind of like give Luka fits is because Mavs, we didn't really have, outside of Luka and Kyrie, we didn't have, those were really our only ball handlers that can, because, you know, even though, and it's crazy, we still beat them. You know, guys like P.J. Washington, Derrick Jones Jr. was a huge factor in that series, even though, because last year we would have to Luka on the Mavs. Crazy, right? But Luka on the Mavs, you have the Jason Kidd. I said Jason Kidd like to stagger their minutes, and Kyrie was coming in with the second unit, or Luka coming in with the second unit, and they were just double teaming the hell out of Luka last year. See, you can't really do that with him on the Lakers because Austin Reeves, who could get a bucket at will. You got LeBron James, who you got to worry about it. And I don't like that a lot of teams keep doubling Luka the way they keep doubling Luka. You don't double Luka Doncic. You don't double Luka Doncic while he got hella weapon. I'm sorry. Any team who with the game plan, that's why a lot of these teams keep losing to the Lakers. They coming with the game plan of doubling Luka. You don't double Luka Doncic. I'm sorry, I don't care. You don't double Luka, bro. You don't. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna win games just doubling Luka, bro. I'm sorry. And that's exactly the reason why OKC lost, even though they had the personnel to double that team, Mavs team from last year. But they lost just simply because somebody's open and Luka's going to make the right pass. And Luka struggled last year. You can argue that he was injured, a little bit banged up. In my opinion, I thought he was banged up as well. And he was still kind of getting off. But, yeah, Lakers just might be. I ain't gonna speak too soon on it because they do got to play them again tomorrow. But hey, if the Lakers win tomorrow, and I do think OKC will win tomorrow, just based off they're gonna be more energized. They're gonna, off a loss like that, they're gonna be amped up, and it is what it is, bro. They hear the noise. They hear everybody talking about them, but yeah, y'all know. Let me know what y'all think, man. OKC, I don't know about them getting out the West. The West is a gun. It's a lot of teams that can get them problems, just from a matchup standpoint, and also scoring at firepower as well. And when you can take away, it's a lot of teams that have physical. They can take away their go-to, which is that three-pointer. They like to get up threes. Like I said, they gonna keep shooting three. They gonna keep shooting until they make it. And they're just the type of team they is. Even though they got Shea, who can score from anywhere. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. I'm out.